Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered if those distant lights are silently watching us? Have you ever pondered the mysteries of existence, the nature of good and evil, or the grand purpose of the universe itself? Today, let's dive into a cosmic journey that unravels the secrets of the greatest battle ever fought. Before the dawn of human history, long before the first star ignited in the vast expanse of the cosmos, a war raged in heaven. A war that was not about land or resources, but a war for the very essence of existence. It was a war that pitted Michael, the Archangel, against Lucifer, the fallen star. In the celestial tapestry, Lucifer, once the epitome of perfection, harbored a secret wound, pride. As he soared among the heavenly choir, his heart swelled with a desire for more than his angelic station could provide. While his brethren worshipped and praised the Almighty, Lucifer dreamed of ascending to the very throne of God. And so, in the echoing chambers of his soul, a dark plot began to take shape. With subtle whispers and promises of unimaginable power, he lured a third of the angels into his rebellion, each step drawing them deeper into the abyss of deception. As the hour of betrayal approached, a chilling vision unfolded in the minds of John, the seer of Patmos. The tranquility of heaven was shattered by the sight of a colossal red dragon, a creature of immense power with 7 heads and 10 horns. Its eyes blazed with malevolent fire, and its tail swept across the cosmos, casting a third of the stars from their celestial abyss. These stars, once radiant lights in the firmament, were now hurled towards the earth, becoming prisoners of the earthly realm. At this ominous spectacle, heaven responded with a mighty roar. From the depths of God's presence, the Archangel Michael emerged, resplendent in glory, leading the celestial host against the rebel dragon. Clad in righteousness and armed with a sword of divine justice, Michael rallied the faithful angels, calling upon them to defend the sanctity of heaven. Thus began the cosmic conflict that reverberated throughout the universe. Armies of light and darkness clashed in a battle that defied earthly comprehension. Each warrior shone with a brilliance that outshone the stars, and every move carried the weight of eternity. It was a war where the victor would determine the fate of all creation. On one side stood Michael, the unwavering champion of the divine order. His presence radiated an unwavering resolve, a testament to his commitment to upholding the celestial equilibrium. Beside him stood the faithful angels, their faces shining with unwavering devotion. Their swords gleamed with celestial fire, each strike echoing with the righteous wrath of heaven. Facing them was the dragon, a formidable beast whose very essence oozed malevolence. Its 7 heads represented the breadth of its deceit, and its 10 horns symbolized the might of its dominion. At its side were the fallen angels, their faces twisted with rebellion, their swords dripping with the venom of discord. As the battle reached its crescendo, the dragon unleashed its fury, sending shockwaves that threatened to tear apart the very fabric of the universe. Stars exploded, planets trembled, and galaxies recoiled. In the midst of this maelstrom, Michael stood firm, his faith a bulwark against the onslaught of darkness. Yet as the battle raged, the fallen angels pressed their attack with relentless fervor, determined to wrest victory from the jaws of defeat. They fought with the desperation of those who had nothing left to lose, driven by the venomous whispers of their leader. Despite their ferocity, the dragon's forces were no match for the righteous might of Michael and his heavenly host. With each passing moment, the tide of the battle shifted, turning the scales of war in favor of the celestial legions. And then came the decisive moment. Michael, in a display of divine valor, charged forth, his sword blazing with the light of celestial fire. As he clashed with the dragon, the very foundations of the cosmos trembled. With a final earth-shattering roar, Michael struck the fatal blow. The dragon, mortally wounded, writhed in agony, its reign of terror brought to an end. The fallen angels, witnessing their leader's imminent demise, faltered in their ranks, their resolve crumbling in the face of inevitable defeat. As the dragon's life ebbed away, it knew its time had come. In a last-ditch effort to escape Michael's victorious grasp, it made a desperate bid for freedom. With a surge of dark energy, it vanished from the battlefield, hurtling towards the confines of Earth. And so it came to pass that the dragon, Lucifer, once the embodiment of light and perfection, now a fallen angel, was cast out of heaven, banished to the earthly realm, his dreams of celestial dominion shattered, his heart consumed by a burning hatred for the one who had vanquished him. But the war in heaven was not just a clash of titans, it was a battle between opposing forces of good and evil, a war that would echo throughout the ages. It was a war that would forever shape the destiny of not just heaven and hell, but also the world we call home. The aftermath of the battle was a time of profound change and upheaval. The expulsion of Satan and his followers created a void in the celestial hierarchy. shifting the balance of power in the cosmos. The angelic hosts, having emerged victorious, stood as the guardians of heaven, their vigilance unwavering as they continued to praise and worship the Almighty. As for the fallen angels, they found themselves cast out of the celestial realms, condemned to wander the earth as sinister agents of darkness. Their presence brought with it a chilling foreboding, their every move a testament to the insidious nature of evil. But amidst this celestial drama, there was a glimmer of hope, for, with the removal of Lucifer and his followers, the celestial order was restored, and the harmonious balance of the universe was once again secured. The angels, radiant beings of light and wisdom, returned to their eternal duty, spreading messages of hope and salvation across the realms of the cosmos. Their wings, a symbol of freedom and faith, carried them through the heavens as they performed their divine tasks. Each angelic visit brought with it a sense of solace and guidance, a reminder of the divine presence that watched over all creation. Yet even in the midst of celestial restoration, there was a sobering realization. The expulsion of the fallen angels did not mark the end of the war, but rather a new chapter in the eternal conflict between good and evil. For the war in heaven was not just a battle for celestial supremacy, it was a war for the very souls of all creation. And as Satan and his followers descended upon the earth, they carried with them the promise of a new battle, a battle that would unfold not in the ethereal heights of heaven but in the hearts and minds of mortals. The fall of Lucifer serves as a timeless reminder of the dangers of ambition and the corrupting influence of pride. Once an embodiment of perfection, Lucifer's transformation into Satan, the deceiver, illustrates how even the most radiant of beings can succumb to the allure of power and the seduction of darkness. But amidst this tale of celestial turmoil, there is a message of hope. The story of the war in heaven assures us that ultimately, good will triumph over evil, and the forces of light will prevail. It is a promise whispered across the ages, echoing through the halls of eternity. The war in heaven may be over, but the echoes of its grandeur resonate through our time. It reminds us of the cosmic drama that unfolds beyond our earthly vision, of the eternal struggle between light and darkness, and of the unwavering hope that victory will ultimately be ours. As we navigate the complexities of human existence, may we remember the lessons of the celestial realm, embracing humility, resisting the allure of darkness, and holding fast to the guiding light of faith. Thank you for joining us today on this celestial journey. If this story sparked your curiosity and ignited your imagination, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. Your engagement fuels our passion. Until next time, may the celestial wonders of the war in heaven inspire you to reach for the stars and to keep your hearts open to the infinite possibilities that await you.